resources to help working moms balance work, wellness, and womanhood. We profile everyday women to show you how to live abundantly, love your babies, and level up in your career. Welcome to Women Work Well. Women Work Well is a
Psych, here we are. Hello. I actually have this button. It's the get hype button.
Oh,
My best friend gave that to me, and it's pretty dope. So good morning.
good morning. Happy Friday.
Hap I know we made it, and it's a lot, but I'm glad that we made it. Um, I am Desiree Coleman-Fry. I'm your host for Women Work Well. Women Work Well is a community that empowers women to love their babies, level up in their careers, and live abundantly. All right. And so we are going to start this week with a word for the day. The word for today, what's that say? Can you read it? Let me get closer.
Ooh, I need grateful. Okay.
Grateful. The word for today is grateful. The thought there is that, y'all, this has been a long week, but we made it. We made it. And so finding opportunities to appreciate gratitude, appreciate goodness is so important. Hello, Brandy. Y'all drop in the chat. Let us know where you are tuning in. I'm so happy to have each of you here, but I'm even more excited to have Ashley in the building. Ashley, introduce yourself.
My name is Ashley Ford. What do I want to tell myself? So I live
Oh,
in
you are coming
St.
in.
Louis.
Hold
Can you hear
on, you're
me?
coming in garbly. You coming in robotic.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
Is that better? Is that better?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. Hey, Alina. Nope. Okay.
Okay.
Try to disconnect your
Need
AirPods.
to
And
take
y'all,
off my
minor tech.
earbud.
Good.
Okay. Can you hear me? Is that better?
Yes. Rock
Okay.
on.
So my name is. I am the proud mama of two little boys, 7 and 2, Grayson and married, native St. Louis, been here been work for a local family owned company as well. So I'm trying to think about my free time, and I feel like it is filled with baseball and Paw Patrol and Baby Shark. So people are like, "What do you do for fun?" I'm like, "All." So that's me in a nutshell. I'm trying to find more space for self care, but that's kind of me in a nutshell. Being a mom and being a working life.
So tell us about your boys. What are your ages just so we can situate? And y'all drop in the chat how old your kiddos are.
So CJ is 7, and he is into all things sport. We are in the transition of basketball and baseball and maneuvering through two sports. A lot of fun. And Grayson is 2.5, and he is the boss of Big Brother. So yeah, gurus. So we're not into sports yet, but
It's all good.
he is a blast. His brother, but I'm actually good. We're not in sports with two yet. My brain can't. It's gonna look like in a couple of years.
So you got elementary school, you got a toddler. I'm sure that keeps things busy. And you're right. I think when, first of all, kids they run it. Period. Like, I think we would like to believe that they don't, but really, in some ways, if we're doing this thing right, we are yielding maybe what we want to do in a particular season to support them. We are reorganizing our lives to make sure that they have what they need. I know my friend Brandy is listening, and she is a mom of a whole college student, right? So you're reorganizing your
Yeah.
finances to support them. It's all of the things. So I want to ask, because I don't know about you, but I know that we talked a lot about, like, during the pandemic, caring for ourselves, being well, like nourishing our souls. And I wonder how you navigated working at home, trying to figure out how to work and have a family, and like separate those things, because you work full time from home, right? So you like
Yes.
get out of bed and then you're in the office. So what does that look like, and how do you make that work?
Yeah. So time to be a parent, a mom, working. I just had Grayson, and so he was a newborn / infant, and learning to read virtually was a lot of fun. So we were all kind of in this. I thrive off of organization and being able to control what I can. A very chaotic time because nothing was in your control during COVID. Organizing as much as I could was helpful, but that was a tough time for kids, for moms. You felt like you were half a mom, half a spouse, half a worker, because you're trying to incorporate, normally do so individually throughout your day together. And so that's challenging. And I hope we never have virtual school again, ever. But for me, it was all about organization, and even to how I stay sane and how I feel.
What does that look like
Most
for the mamas who are like, I hear you, but the way my life is set up, I can't be organized. So what does that look like?
Oh my gosh. So for me, mornings are the most chaotic time for their day. So every Sunday, all the boys have cubbies in their room. Those are in those cubbies for the entire week, so they can grab and go. They both know how to brush their teeth. They know the morning routine, and so having them routined in that in the morning, it gets us out the door on time. Meal prepping, a life hack, especially working.
You were a meal prepper?
So I did, yeah. You kind of have to be. I have 2 boys, and they eat a lot, even at 7. I've got to prep meals during the week and during the day. At least just having a grocery list and knowing.
Hey, Ashley, scoot up really quick, because your audio is kind of jumping. So I just want to make sure people are getting this, because I think I heard you say that Sunday nights you were doing all of the things. So you're laying out clothes, so there are no fights in the morning time, and you can just like, boom, let's go. Grab the kid and go.
Yep.
Okay, so that's one life hack. I heard you say meal prepping. I want to be that person so bad. I am not that person. Like, how do you do it?
You
Help.
can do it. I every Saturday I will sit down in the morning before the boys wake up and then I will order it all online and just do a pickup from Walmart. That is like heading to sleep, because I don't have time to go through a grocery store and walk through the grocery store and all of it. You know what I mean? I just don't have time. We're too busy on the weekends. It is just
okay.
helpful.
I got it. I got the food. When do you make the food? How are you like, oh, I do crock pots?
Oh yeah, crock pots for sure, 110%. I also do things that are like 30 minutes or less. So if I can have 30 minutes or less while CJ's doing after school to put the meal together. And whatever I can do on my lunch, chopping vegetables, I do that. Whatever it takes to pre-prep that meal, I'll do. My brother, if you want a life hack, he cooks all of their meals on Sunday nights. Every single meal they have for the entire. I cannot dedicate that much time, so I just do whatever. I use Pinterest a lot. There's so many great healthy options for 30-minute meals, and that's kind of what I do. That's Pinterest is my jam.
So y'all heard it here first. Get on Pinterest. I feel inspired. Part of it is me watching like Pinterest and Instagram though, where it's like pretty and it's all in the containers and then it's the colors. So maybe that's what I secretly want.
I mean, I secretly want that for myself, but then I'm realistic with myself. I'm not going to keep a bunch of plastics, that stuff that's like rotten or empty. That's really pretty, but that's not. I know I'm not going to. It's going to destroy it. I'm never going to do it again.
Okay, so you're not about that life. All right. So outside of meal prepping, organizing, what's your place of solace? How do you find, moments to steal away, to rejuvenate, to kind of nourish your soul? What does that look like for you?
So my day starts around 5 a.m. And that is what I do. I use that time for meditation, for journaling, for scripture reading, like that, and I make that my sacred space. I don't wake up the boys. I don't use that time for me, because I think so many times as a mom, it's you are sin. You need to be re-energized and focused on yourself. I also do facials, London Forward Spa with Karen Littlejohn. She's amazing. If you all have not done something like that, I would suggest you do it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay, so you wake up at 5. So how? One. And so like what time do you go to bed?
So I go, so the boys go to sleep at 8. We're very routine, and like the nighttime routine too. That helps me. So I'm in the bed by like 8:30 or 9. And then my body between 5 and 5:30, and that's when I have my time. And then I wake the boys up at 6:30 to get dressed and get going.
Your
So
audio
mapped
is
out.
like doing this thing. I am trying so hard because you are dropping gems and nuggets.
It's so weird. I don't know what's happening.
It's all well. Okay, yo, send me a thumbs up or like drop me the number 1 if y'all can hear Ashley clearly, because I want to make sure y'all are capturing this. It may just be me. So part of it is going to bed early. And I have like 75 things I want to do at night though.
So, but I would challenge you of like the things you need to do, want to do, have to do. Can you make time in your schedule, right? Because you want to be, oh no, it's cutting in and out. But you have to have that time for yourself. And sleep is body and health and mental capacity and things like that. So yeah, you got to go to sleep. Got to reprioritize some of that stuff. Maybe it's not stuff you can do at a later date time.
So I hear prioritizing. I hear resisting the urge. It's a little bit of both. It's like, how do you find time to dream? How do you find time to just relax? I feel like, and I don't know if other moms feel this way, I feel like all day I give. I give and give and give. I give at work, like I give in the ways that I volunteer and I show up for my community. Then I get home, my entire evening is about my family. I give. And so when do I get a moment? And so, I talk to my best friend and sometimes we were like, no, we're not going to sleep. We're going to get some time for ourselves. And somebody sent me something. It's like, there's a name for that. I think it's called like protest sleeping, because you're like, I need just a moment for myself. I don't know if anybody can relate. But that is part of my challenge with going to bed early. However, okay, so Ashley, try your AirPods again, because we're gonna try this again, y'all. We're gonna get through this, okay? Um, However, I am now, I have a goal to get in bed by 10:30, and y'all may be judging me. Don't judge me. At 10:30, my goal is to get in bed at 10:30, because I've started waking up at 5:45. And I used to wake up at 6 a.m. And it's like that extra 15 minutes is the 15 minutes that either goes to me journaling. I use the Fit On app. I don't know if anybody enjoys that, but they have everything from like 5-minute workouts up to like, 45 minutes. That is my workout time. That is like the piece of my morning that I can take for myself, just waking up a little bit early. And I can't get up unless I go to bed by 10:30. But you might be opening up a whole new world for me. Um,
I have more time for is how do I get in a workout for because right now I where to put that in my schedule.
do you have both of
I
them?
have a gym membership.
Try both of your AirPods, because we're still not hearing you. I'm looking in the chat because Stephanie says planning is the key. You have to have that internal talk with yourself. I feel that. I have a timer set on my phone that's supposed to alert me to get into bed, which I don't do all of the time. However, I'm working on it. So, what were you going to say, Ashley?
Once you get to the rhythm, your body will, right? Like, no, there are some times where I'm going and I will take melatonin and I will
Like
go
melatonin?
sometimes. Yeah, if it's not as like too hyped up, I'm like, I gotta get my
Let me ask y'all
sleep.
this. I've never taken melatonin. I see it. I see the gummies. This is a question. Like, I'm afraid to take it. I'm like, what is it? What does it do to my body? And maybe that's my need to be in control. But if there are any melatonin users, like, I would love to know, how does it work, and do you enjoy it, and does it make you groggy, and all of the things? I don't know. I don't know.
Groggy off of it. It helps me go to sleep, but I think it could be different for everybody though. But it does like give me the calm brain to my body to say you need to go to sleep.
Okay. So I'm looking in this chat here. I hear magnesium is good for sleep. It's funny because, like, the stuff y'all recommended, I'm like, I have some magnesium. I don't use it. But I did hear that I went to a natural pathologist, and she was saying that magnesium is good for stress relief, and it's good to, like, maybe it's releasing helping you get that cortisol out of your body. But I love that. Okay, so Carmise is trying to help me out. Carmise is like, your body naturally produces it. So maybe it's just giving you a little bit of boost. And so I shouldn't be afraid.
Go, just try it. See if it helps.
So I'm hearing that there are lots of natural supplements. Magnesium is coming up, and probably trying it in a small dose, I think, would be helpful. So as I'm listening, sleep is a key ingredient, right?
Absolutely.
So
100.
feeling rested is going to give you the strength to power through the next day, to show up for your family, and also to have a good attitude about it, right?
Yeah. I mean, think of we shouldn't think of sleep as like your me time, a function of your human body. Remember that we always forget is we can't pour into ourselves. We got to give ourselves that nourishment, people. And so many times as women, as moms, do that. We just go and go and go and burn the can. Don't ever pour into ourselves healthy. So I tried to do that. Could I do better? But I try to be mindful of that.
Ashley, I want you to drop like 3 things in the chat. Your audio is still not cooperating, but it's okay because we know you have the gems. It is good, but I think I heard you saying you can't pour out from an empty cup, right? So if you are running ragged and feeling tired, you're not going to be able to show up. There's an acronym. I'm not sure if y'all have heard this, but it has been life-changing for me. It is HALT. And it stands for hungry, angry, lonely, tired. So HALT, hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And the idea is that if you are feeling any of those things, you need to halt, meaning you need to take a step back. And because those are the moments where you're going to be most susceptible to getting frustrated or feeling overwhelmed or maybe saying something that you wish you hadn't. And so that for me is, and I've taught my kids that. So I'll be like, baby girl, mommy is hungry. And she's like, I know. And so she'll give me just a little bit of a reprieve. But I want to pass that acronym along because I think it's about like awareness too. And that's mindfulness. My counselor also always encourages me to be mindful with the idea that if you can pinpoint and identify what you're feeling, then in that moment, it may help you to make a different choice. It may allow you to, take a moment for a breather so that you can show up for your family. So I'm gonna leave that with you today. I think that there are all of these expectations, right? There are expectations that you show up and do all of the things at work. There are expectations for your family that you do all of the things. And I feel like that can be overwhelming. Any words of wisdom, any thoughts that you want to share with folks that might be feeling overwhelmed, that might be feeling like they're at their wits' end, that might be feeling maybe even discouraged? What would you say to them, Ashley?
Take a beat, right? Not everything important is important. And so a book called Best Yes. And some no, like that is not my priority right now. And base of saying no, that is, or leaning on our village to help things, but so often we're like, oh no, you don't have to say yes. If it doesn't work for base or life at the moment, find your best things that are going to your life, and sometimes that's not always your ability to do right, like that have to get done.
I'm gonna try to translate. What I think I heard you saying, Ashley. I put it this way: no is a complete sentence. So you don't have to say yes to everything. And you don't have to feel bad about it. So guilty of that. Like, I don't know. And so getting comfortable with saying no, because that allows you to say yes to something else, right? It allows you to figure out how you want to show up for your family or a friend or sleep or trying that. And I think I heard you saying like trying to be comfortable with where you are and kind of what is taking place. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did. Yes.
Okay, I can hear you.
Technology's fun when it works and not when it doesn't.
When it works. Okay. So, all right. So as we're winding down, I want you to think about like, um, this past year, what have been the things that have kept you going? What have been the things that have, on your most difficult days allowed you to like keep pressing forward? What are those things?
I think first and foremost is knowing that everything that is happening in your life, I think that's what the good book tells us. Um, and my family, they're a big drive of me pushing forward and wanting to be successful, and it's them. So I feel like pouring into myself is for me, but all of the things that I do, right? It is hard and expensive to raise wells. And so everything that I'm doing personally for them, either for their influence to see, yeah, mommy serves in the community leader too. That's what I want to aspire to be because I saw my parents do it. Again, my wife in the future can work, and I a woman who is working and being successful too. And so everything that I'm doing for the betterment of my family, really.
I love it. I put it this way, remember your why.
Yes.
And think about legacy.
Yeah.
I think that's so powerful. Okay, so I just want to let me see something. Y'all,
We're gonna make this work. Promise we are. I just want to leave with a word that I hope will be encouraging to everyone this week, and that is the idea of persisting, persisting. Um, on your most difficult days, I hope that something that was said here can give you a nugget that will help you persist. This community will be here. You can catch us next month for another live chat. Thank you all for joining and have a fantabulous day.